Hi, my Libra babies. This is going to be your reading for the beginning of July. Good for Sun, Rising, Moon, Venus, Mercury placement of Libra. As always, keep in mind this is a general reading, so it will not resonate with everyone that watches. Things could be opposite and roles could be reversed. This could all be you or the energy coming towards you. Take it as it resonates. If that's too confusing for you, just turn me off because I don't want to confuse you. I only want to help. If you're new, welcome to Soma Chandra Libra. This is a channel dedicated just to Libra and Sagittarius exclusively. Subscribe and hit the bell if you have those two placements in your chart. I will read for you here every couple of days. If you're looking for readings by me for all 12 zodiac signs from Aries to Pisces, cool. I have another channel you can watch. It's called Soma Chandra Tarot. Subscribe to that one too, so you can get the deets for your other placements. Link to the website is down below in the description for private readings and to also check out Human Design. All right, Libra, let's begin. I did pull out a spread and, for love and life, but then your guides drew me to some very specific decks that I'm actually rather fond of and I haven't used on YouTube in a while. Take these messages as you feel they apply to different parts of your life. They wanted me to pull out the I Am deck. I haven't used my I Am deck in a while. And your guides had some messages for you out of that. A main message and then a catalyst that can that you need to examine that's either holding you back or a catalyst for change, right? I Am Resilient came out. This is about mood. If your mood wavers, it doesn't stay that way permanently. I allow myself to feel my feelings until I can refocus my thoughts on the positive. I do not judge myself for being human. I am resilient. So some of you have been kind of moody. Your guides are reminding you, Libra, that moods and emotions are just like the tides and the waves of the ocean, right? They come and go. They're not permanent, and our mood is not permanent. There's an impermanence and a fluctuation to the way we're feeling. So allow yourself to just feel your feelings and trust that you have the ability to refocus your thoughts on positive things. If you've been focusing a lot on negative things, in the beginning of the month, you may feel somewhat moody, ups and downs, ebb and flow. Try not to judge yourself. Just be resilient. Some of you have been struggling with mood, and you will maybe at the beginning of the month. A catalyst or an issue or something that will help you change at this time is to know that you are the creator of your own destiny. I am the creator. Everything around me began as a thought. My clothes, my home, and even the roads I drive on were once just thoughts. When I take the time to contemplate my surroundings, I grasp all of the thoughts that took place to create the world. Likewise, my thoughts create things. My thoughts create my actions and thereby create my life as I know it. Therefore, I strive to think about my desires optimistically. I am the creator. Yes, you are. And today I'm reading, I'm on the Pacific Coast. It is July 3rd, and this is the full moon in Capricorn. And I think that this really speaks to what's happening with this full moon in Capricorn. It is a buck moon. It is a super moon. So the moon is like 7 degrees closer to Earth than it typically is, or it appears that way. And the moon really gets in our face when it's a buck moon and a super moon. And Capricorn really wants you at this time through this full moon, Libra, to examine if you're really walking your talk and you're really being real and you're really exteriorizing who you are on the inside. The sun is our vitality and who we are on the outside. But the moon is who we are when we're falling asleep at night and we're walking around by ourselves. That's the real us. It's a deep driving desire within us. And the moon and who we really are can sometimes be even a little covert, or we won't wear that part of ourselves on our sleeves. It's very much a part of our energetic, subtle body frequently, but it doesn't have to be. I feel like this full moon in Capricorn is really asking you to be the real you on the surface and is challenging us to create a life from a place of authenticity. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? Are you hiding them, or are you weaving them into the fabric of your life? Is the way you think and feel actually what you use to paint and create your own reality right now, Libra. Those things are supposed to be part of the foundation of who you are right now. Weave them into a foundation and strive to be optimistic about what you desire, but understand that no one will create it for you. You must create it for yourself. And it's not always easy to create when we have these fluctuating moods, and perhaps we've been focusing on the negative. You're resilient, focus on the positive, and create things in your life with your actions that you're proud of. What are you striving for? You're the creator at this time. Nothing will happen without your involvement, right? I know you know this. They wanted me to pull out my Law of Attraction deck. And I use this deck for health frequently. So for some of you, you need to hear a physical health message at this time, but these messages can also be applied to your emotional life, relationships, specific situations, okay? Because that's part of your health as well. I love this. It's an out of aligned body. You see? I am learning to catch any misalignment early. A catalyst or a challenge is my strong, imagined, positive desires can outweigh negative belief patterns. At the bottom of the deck, I did notice searching for physical problems can attract physical problems. Okay, I'm hearing kind of two different messages. Some of you need to hear one and some of you need to hear the other. So some of you do need to pay attention to physical or emotional symptoms that you're feeling. It's a time to catch misalignments early before they have like a snowball effect and get out of hand. That could be health symptoms coming in, alerting you that something is wrong, or just like a red flag detector, your instincts going off. So catch misalignments early so they can be cleared up so that you don't have to worry about them. And also be mindful that your strong and imagined positive desires can really outweigh and overcome negative belief patterns. And that's usually a good thing. And I'm hearing for some of you, like you're having misunderstandings or concerns emotionally in relationships. Some of you are deeply concerned perhaps that something is misaligned or going badly inside your body. It could be a health issue. Rather than imagine the worst at this time, Libra, like if you search for problems, you're only going to find them, right? So watch out for searching for problems and then finding them. What you imagine, either positive or negative, can have a significant impact on the outcome of your health. Okay, so don't diagnose yourself. Maybe get to the bottom of a problem that you're having physically. But if we're talking about relationships or emotions, it's important to pay attention to what you're feeling right now. Do not ignore or dismiss your own emotions and anything that feels misaligned. Don't ignore it just because you don't want to face it or you don't want to admit it. We don't like to face imbalance or misalignment, but we can't ignore it, otherwise it's going to snowball. Watch out for putting on rose-tinted glasses at this time and saying, oh, this one positive thing outweighs like 20 different negative things, or vice versa. We have to be fair and balanced. Libras are good at that. And at the same time, I feel like it's important not to look for problems, okay? Don't invent problems. Get really real, all the way real, with yourself, with your relationships, with others. They wanted me to use an I Ching hexagram to answer a question for you. If you have a question in your mind right now, the advice from the Taoist masters and the I Ching is hexagram 50. This correlates to a gate or a meridian point in our body, in our splenic energy center, in your spleen center, which is about core values and protecting yourself and keeping yourself safe and keeping others that you love in your environment safe. Okay, that's what the spleen does. It's our instincts, okay? And gate 50 is one of my favorite gates. I actually have this meridian point active in my body. I think it's my Saturn placement. I think that's where Saturn hit my body, or Jupiter, one of the big planets hit. Some of you, if you follow human design, check and see if gate 50 is active in your body. This might really be speaking to you. It doesn't matter if you have that active in your body or not. But gate 50 is called the cauldron, and it is about values and principles needing to be examined. When gate 50 comes out as an answer to a question, you need to know that now is a time of transformation, and you're going to stay grounded if you stay connected to and uphold your own values and principles. And they may be in question because it is a gate that sometimes leads to change and transformation. So are you walking your talk right now, Libra? Are you living true to your own morals and principles? And is that protecting and helping your family and loved ones and you yourself? Or are there things that need to change or versus be upheld? Okay, is what you're doing in total alignment with your own morals and values? Some of those things may be changing. I also think that there will be a fierce concern for many of you to uphold value and principle for your children and your loved ones at this time. But those things need to be examined so that they do not become antiquated. You know, when we keep playing by the same rules forever and ever and ever, we're not changing with the times. I mean, if it's not broken, don't fix it. But what if something needs to change? And if it changes, is it going to be in alignment with your morals and values and your principles? Will it be just as good for the people around you as it is for you? But I'm mostly hearing one more time, expect transformation. The foundation of your belief system may be shifting at this time. Are you walking your walk and talking your talk? That might not sound like a great answer to a question you might have had, but that's the answer that Spirit gave you, okay, is gate 50. They wanted me to use my Lenormand deck as the main signifying cards and then clarify out further with the tarot. Overall energy of the reading and the person coming towards you is actually the clouds. That is a breakthrough of some kind, which is number 6 in the Lenormand. The way someone's feeling about you is the bouquet. That's number 9 in the Lenormand, which is like a gift of sweetness. You're being seen as 11, the whip. Whoopsh. Okay, cracking a whip in some way. What you need to know, or your advice, is the 4-leaf clover, card number 2, which signifies a desire for a new beginning, but the final outcome is the anchor, number 35. So there's some kind of a breakthrough happening here, and I really do think that someone wants to impress you. You may receive a gift the beginning of the month, but someone is still, I think, not 100% ready to commit to you. I think they think that they're in alignment with you, but this person cares very much about having authority in their own life, and they also want to succeed. They do want to come into alignment with something that is correct for them, and I get the feeling this person does want a long-term partnership, Libra. But they might not be making you feel 100% secure at this time. You are a choice to them. Or they're looking, if it's not about you, because I have the Lovers on the table here. So this person is trying to come into alignment with that which is correct for them. They are thinking about commitment, but I do think they're making you nervous because the whip is coming out. And there is some kind of an anchoring that someone is struggling to let go of. A new beginning will not take place until we really lift that anchor and allow transformation. With this Cauldron card coming out, I have a provocative question to ask you. Are you living by someone else's morals and principles or your own? You're allowed to create your own, you know? I just want you to know that you can. I've been doing that my whole life, and my family calls me a renegade, but thankfully they love me. So with the clouds, this is an illumination and a breakthrough, but there is still some kind of a lack of clarity here about this person. A part of them is in a little bit of denial about something, but a part of them is starting to see the truth of something. They are beginning to have clarity. Clarifying this is the 8 of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Lovers. All right, this person's clearly looking for something, and they are trying to manifest something, and they are hyper-focused on the details, and they're doing their thing, and they want to come into alignment with something that's correct for them. They want to manifest a lover, but the Lovers with Gemini in general is a match made in heaven for me. And I like having choices. I'm definitely going to do an extended because I can't tell what this person's about. And I don't know if their energy is towards you or it's just around you. I get the sense, though, some of you have a person around you who really, really, really wants you to notice them, but they don't want you to know that. They're hoping you see their social media. They're hoping you hear their hidden messages. You are not talking to this person right now. They are showing off. They want your attention, but not all of you are in that scenario. But for those of you that are not in contact with a person that you've had an intense connection with, oh, they really want you to fucking notice them right now. Like, I can hear it and I can feel it. That's just for some of you needed to hear that. But with the flowers, this is giving someone gifts. There is a sweetness. There could be some kind of a social engagement that they want to invite you to. This is a bouquet, of course. And I do think that this person may want to impress you at this time, but clarifying this is Justice, the Emperor, and the Six of Wands. Okay, this looks like going to the chapel and we're going to get married. Someone takes themselves very serious here, Libra. They could have Aries in their chart, Leo, Gemini, or Libra like you. I also have Scorpio and Capricorn and Sagittarius here. Take your pick. But this person wants success. This person wants structure. This person wants a black and white, very fair contract. This is what they are about. And you need to know that any gifts or any flowery expressions or emotions that they're putting out towards you or that you're feeling from them at this time, this is what they want underneath for themselves. But I don't think they're showing you what you want them to show you because they see you as the whip. Now, this could be that, the whip feels like you're cracking down authority. You're trying to whip someone into shape. They may think you're trying to whip them into shape, but they may be a person that you want to whip into shape. It can also mean that they are willing to let the whip be cracked upon them so that they can really get it together and create this structure and create some kind of a commitment here for themselves and between the two of you. And I think that they might be willing to accept that. But a whip is being cracked at this time. They may think that you're doing that because underneath this is the Knight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and Temperance. Some of you are dealing with a Sagittarius. This Sagittarius really wants commitment, but I don't know that they are getting it out of you. I also get the sense that some of you, it's like you're not seeing underneath the surface that they actually want something more serious in their life. And this is bothering you. It's like, how long are you going to play out this cycle where you're aloof and we just sort of play these games and it's fun and it's sexy, but it's a cycle that plays out over and over and over again and it never really goes anywhere. And I think you need to kind of settle down. Some of you may feel kind of whipped in a scenario, but you want so much more. And this person on the surface might be showing you some stuff that feels like kind of a breakthrough for them, even though they don't really know what they want. And they're being sweet on the surface, maybe even, and I don't want to say love bomby, but like they're sending you great texts. They're saying all the right things. They may literally send you flowers, but you might think that it's kind of shallow. And I think that you would like it to go somewhere. I think that you want to hurry something along. There may also be some kind of an event like a wedding or a baptism or something that may happen. A father figure may show up. Okay, that's for one of you. Here's what you need to know or your advice. Luck is on everybody's side for a new beginning. There really is. But underneath this is the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and Death. Someone may be attached to this King of Pentacles, or the King of Pentacles has a family. That's often a family man, a businessman, a traditional man, a very rooted and grounded man. Worst case scenario, maybe stubborn to some degree as well, and shows his love for others by way of what he gives them. This may be something that's ending or needs to end and transform in order for a new beginning to take place. Like a relationship with this person may need to quite literally come to an end with death for the new beginning, but there could be a transformation here that's taking place that's somehow leading to a new beginning. Someone may be waiting for this, but at the final outcome is the anchor. There is something that provides stability and yet holds someone down at the same time. Clarifying this is the Ace of Swords, the Devil, there's Capricorn, and the Seven of Swords. Libra, at this time, Capricorn and this full moon in Capricorn, the buck moon, is going to make it abundantly clear to you, very crystal clear to you, what you have chained and bound yourself to that isn't good for you, or conversely, what will provide you stability. Also, there is a very good chance in the beginning of July that anyone that's been sneaking around doing something they're not supposed to be doing, or fulfilling their own, just simply fulfilling their own desires, is going to get caught. I also think you may realize, you or this person may really realize what it is that they're willing to commit to, but also what holds them back. There may be a little bit of a game being played here. But now is the time to see what provides stability versus what's chained, like you're chained and bound to. I also think that someone will choose to stay anchored to something and do something kind of on the down low as well. I'm definitely hearing there's a fire sign or water sign energy around you that some of you, I don't know why I'm hearing it, I just am, so I need to say it again. You're not talking to this person. They really want you to pay attention to what they're doing right now. Why? I don't know. I think it's this Knight of Wands, whoever that is. But someone in your energy, their overall signifying card is the birdhouse, the birds. This is birds of a feather. They are spending time with birds of a feather. The two of you could be birds of a feather. They have a community of people. They have a pool, even a dating pool to choose from. What Spirit wants to tell you about this person is you're both playing games. Or they think you're playing a game, so they're going to play a bit of a game too. Flight. I have to make a choice about a hookup. This person has family and childhood wounds. They're also overwhelmed. So their overall tarot is the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, but then the Four of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, this person's a little all over the place. They may be talking to a water sign right now. They may want to develop something with you. They do have this very idealistic, dreamy, at times unrealistic and emotional, creative side. There's something kind of cute about it. They are not 100% sure what they want at this time either. They are very passionate and rebellious. Or they may think you're passionate and rebellious. This person may want to crack a whip on you in some way, or you want to crack a whip. I do feel like with the whip and the anchor, someone is tied to something, whether they want to be or not. But there is like a lot of potential for serious commitment. But it's like, I have to make a choice about whether or not to hook up with Libra, or I have multiple choices here. I didn't get the Seven of Cups, but I did get the Eight of Pentacles and the Lovers. This person is looking for something serious, but they've got to get it together here. You've got to get it together here. One way or another, I think someone's being divinely guided to break old patterns and do what it is they want. You need to do that too. But this person might have to make a choice about whether or not they take a flight to see you or hook up with you or someone else. Which is interesting because this person looks like they really want commitment, but they're not necessarily acting like it. Well, they're not necessarily doing anything wrong. Like if you guys aren't in a serious relationship and they're not in any kind, like they're not in a serious relationship at all, we hang out with birds of a feathers and we hook up with people. It is what it is, right? They may be playing a little bit of a game with you. I'm hearing this person says they hate games and that's all they fucking do is play them. They're not as self-aware as they think they are. Oof. Oh, none of us are perfect. Meanwhile, you Libra, you have the cross. Some of you have a cross to bear at this time. This is something that we take on, a burden. Sometimes this is passed down to us generationally, but you are maybe in some kind of a commitment that maybe this is like the anchor and the cross. Like some of you are tied to something and you don't want to be. You'd like to get away from it. You'd like to have fun. I'm also hearing that the King of Pentacles and the Emperor, if they're the same person, this is a person that's telling you they want one thing and they're acting, but they're showing you two things at once. They're going to tell you they're going to be super committed. Guess what else they're doing on the side? They're looking at other people. Okay. Here's your cards. Be careful, Libra. I don't trust you. You don't trust someone or something. That's okay. Don't ignore that feeling. I don't trust you. New direction, high on a fantasy, and I want to be more than friends. Libra, watch out for self-soothing by like living in a fantasy about a person that you like barely know or you need to get to know more. There is a person that you're fantasizing about. You'd like to go in a new direction. You want to be more than friends, but trust needs to be worked out before you move forward. There may be some messages, but there is someone that's just sort of kind of stuck. When I get the Wheel of Fortune to the Hangman, some of you may be playing out cycles that you have unknowingly put yourself in over and over and over and over again. Or someone's just got to wait for the right timing. A sacrifice may need to be made moving forward with the Pisces Hangman. There will be a lot of messages. Wishes could come true at this time. Or there's a wish here. But you do look stuck to something here because your overall signifying tarot is the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Moon. Some of you are attached to another feminine. This could be a family member, a wife, a mother figure, or the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress is you. I think a lot of you feel like you need to play it safe and that you need to be really practical and really grounded and really nurturing. And because the Cauldron card came out about values and nurturing values and maintaining principles and values to protect you and yours at this time, some of you feel like I'm hearing I can't afford to be crazy or cavalier. A part of me wants to, but I have to honor my duties and responsibilities. And also I'm not going to be some wild, crazy, rebellious lunatic. I'm practical, I'm grounded, I'm mature. I am sensing a bit of a playing it safe card and a lot of illusion. There's that moodiness that the I am card talked about, like that you're resilient, your mood is wavering, you're standing here thinking about quite a bit, you're waiting for something to change. Is it possible, Libra, that you have decided to carry a cross that you don't need to carry? Some of you agreed to carry it, so you need to continue carrying it. Is that really aligning with your morals and values? Just double check with yourself and make sure, because something I feel like is supposed to change. You could hook up with this person. I'm feeling like because the King and Queen of Pentacles is here, there could be an established marriage. But somebody maybe wants to do something a little differently. So think about this stuff right now, Libra. Like if the new beginning is going to happen, someone does need to allow for transformation. And there might be quite a bit in place already that's being honored and tended to with this King of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. I'm also hearing, pardon me, that a new beginning could start for you surrounding a King of Pentacles, but it may involve work. And it could involve relationship, but this could be a preparing for union thing as well, where someone's not in a scenario right now where they can be with you or vice versa. But when you pull up the anchor and address what's like holding you back and what it is that you truly desire that you've been keeping to yourself, the new beginning will really start. Because I feel like this Knight of Wands really wants to get going. And I don't really know what this person's doing or what they want with you, Libra. I can't tell what they want, to be honest, because it's general. So I am going to do an extended to see, like, how does this person really see you outside of the whip? And what is it that they really want from you? What I will say, Libra, is that I do think you're not this person's only choice. God, a lot of messages are coming through, but they're so specific and personal. Some of you guys need personal readings. You're very psychic today. Okay, Libra, happy full moon. That's love and life for the beginning of the month. Link to the extended reading and my website link is down in the description below. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Libra. Take care. I love you. I'll see you next time.